Guess what time it is? It is time for coffee and cards. Oh gosh, don't have me sing because then like you're gonna be like, Heather, it's way too early in the morning to hear your singing voice, and I will be like, yeah, I totally get it. So it is time for coffee and cards. I am Heather Danielle, psychic medium, and what we do is we have fun with my many freaking oracle card decks, and I give readings, and I'm just drawn to in the comments. So definitely comment and keep commenting too, because sometimes it's hard for me to like scroll, but then I go where I'm led. Honestly, sometimes I'm drawn to a name, sometimes I'm not. I'm just drawn to like the energy of the comment, so it doesn't even matter what you comment usually. But we always have a good time too, like talking in the comments and everything else like that. It has been so cool. Like I swear, like I wish that we could like put it all in a book, like some of the cool things that happen, the synchronicities that happen with everybody, like in the comments and stuff like that. That's the reason why that I love having like guests like Heman or Spiritual Fuckery, right? Remember her? She's awesome. And so that I can actually like be in the comments with you guys. So yes, everybody doing good. Kathy from Delaware. Oh my gosh. Like you don't get many people from Delaware at all. Okay. So first off, we have got to do some from the Moonology deck. Yes, last night was a full moon. Did you all see the full moon? And thank you. I love my strawberry shortcake. I love my strawberry shortcake. So thank you, Jenny. So we definitely have to do some from here. But I also think too that a lot of us are dealing with like maybe not even health issues, but not feeling like the best. So I definitely have like the self-care and also the sacred medicine as well. And then I don't know why, but I'm also drawn to pull a card from this deck too, which is a deck I don't think that I really like that much, but I don't know. We definitely have to pull a card from here. You know what? Let's start with this one here because maybe it could be just one that's for all of us right now. That's how we're going to do. We're going to do like one, get our juices flowing, get our little psychic juices flowing. Look how pretty the back of the cards are. Those are really cool. Those are interesting. Okay. It's JC. We put our crystals out. Yes, it was a beautiful full moon. You made moon water. Yeah. Did anybody else do anything? Austin, where are you from? You said aloha. That looks so cool, does it? Yeah, it does look really neat. Let's see. Like a messages. Oh, OMG, WTF. I've got to tell you something. Like once we get like rolling on the readings, because the craziest freaking thing happened. If you're Academy, I already like said a little blurb, but I mean, my mind is still blown. But let's get to this first and then we'll get to that. Okay. OMG, WTF. Like I love this when this comes up. It is the same one from the card. Like do you get what I'm saying? Like it's the one that's on the card cover. So OMG, this is so freaking cool. And it says an honest and unique offering is appreciated. I adore my differences. They make me one of a kind. Yes. And I have been really learning this. I've been learning this my whole entire life. I've started accepting it a few years ago, but keep on going. So this is saying, I don't know why, Jenny, but I'm totally thinking of you too. Let your freak flag fly, right? All the differences, all the weirdness and everything else like that. That is your life purpose. Believe it or not, your life purpose is to be uniquely you, to figure out who the heck you are, what you love, what you don't, all of those things. That's the reason why we have to explore. That's the reason why that so oftentimes like shit is not going well for us until we find out who we are. And something that's coming up for me is like, I never knew that I was a psychic medium. I never knew I could do these things. I never knew any of that. But then as soon as I figured it out and I realized everybody has this gift and can do it, it's like this whole entire other side opened up to me. And then I became confident and then I became assertive. And then all of a sudden, all these things, like I am not the same Heather that I was back in like before I started waking up, like in my 20s and, things like that. I think that like I kind of woke up when I was 28, but I didn't learn about psychic development too until after I was like 30. So I've been doing this for less than 10 years. But then all of a sudden, people are like, oh, Heather, I wish I could have your directness or your confidence and things like that. But I got that way through learning about my spiritual side. So now I'm like, yeah, what else do I love to do? And something else that happened was me and my husband attended an 80s night, right? And I was just like, yeah, I'm going to use this as my cardio and stuff like that. I am just going to dance my butt off. I need to burn those calories and things like that. And me and my husband were talking about it on the way home. He was like, Heather, I think that you were meant to be a dancer because I cannot stop dancing once I'm dancing. I am addicted to dancing. Like everybody was like talking about what good of a dancer I was, but I really didn't care about that. It's just that it fueled my heart and my soul. So you might have untapped things like this. That is a big giant part of yourself that you need to explore. It might not be dancing. You might be drawing. It might be writing. It might be some kind of crafts. It might be that you're a great marathon runner, but have you ever ran a marathon? How would you know if you didn't do it? Maybe you're a good golfer. So there's definitely unique things within you. A couple more things that are coming up too. If you are loud, if you're obnoxious, or if you're the exact opposite. So maybe you're like more introverted and stuff like that. That is freaking you. Accept it. That is who you are. Stop trying to be somebody else, right? I used to always want to be somebody that was like quiet and stuff like that because all the girls, they all like oh, it's okay, dear, you could speak up. Like, you never had to say that to me. I was like, this is this. And I would always talk, right? That's you. So own it, okay? I talk fast. I slur my words sometimes. I'm freaking weird, okay? And I own it now. I was like walking with my friend the other day. I was like, do you know anybody as weird as me? She's like, no, I don't. And that I freaking like, yes, I'm freaking weird. So let me see. So Jen's like, I have decided to embrace my weirdness. Yes, I got new glasses that way away from my safe, but I love them. Like, they're outside your comfort zones, that Jen, because that's what I'm thinking about doing too. Like, getting new glasses. Like, don't you guys love the people who have their own style? Like how they have like the cool glasses or whatever like that, and they dress like all cool and stuff like that. We need to find that part of ourselves. If you think about it, we are specks of the divine, having our own unique experience, and that's what we need to do. Is we need to really embrace that unique part. And maybe we don't know what the hell it is, but that's the reason why that we need to freaking explore. Okay. We need to go to those meetups. We need to like attend things online or in person or whatever like that to figure out what the hell we are. And then that's going to lead you to your, more life purposes. We have more than life purpose, but the overarching one is going to be finding out who the heck you are in your own unique, crazy way. All right, let me see. My daughters and I were just talking about the old strawberry shortcake dolls the other day and how good they smelled. I love strawberry shortcake. Yes. I know me and my son were talking about getting a strawberry shortcake shirt. I'm like, I need one of these. And I forgot that I actually already have one. Maybe you were a dancer in a past life. Yes. And one time I had one of like those gallery readings. And the message I remember was, don't stop dancing. And I'm like, wow, because it raises your vibration up. You know what I mean? It gets your energy flowing. It can connect you. Like the biggest time, one of the most profound ways that I've ever connected with my spirit guides was through rollerblading. Like when I was an adult, I went to like the roller skating rink because I used to love to rollerblade. I'm really surprised that I didn't fall and break my ass, but I got connected to my spirit guides. I love to dance too. It's such a release. Yes. And you know what I mean? Like put on those old 90s music, the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC or whatever that you love to do. And it just takes you back and you're just like, wow, I went through so much stuff. And so here's one more thing that I do is that I try to make sure like that girl who was in her rollerblades listening to Backstreet Boys when she was 15 years old, like I think about, oh my God, would she be proud where I am now? Keep reinventing yourself until you find what's comfortable. Oh, comfortable, Crystal. I don't know about comfortable. Keep reinventing yourself until you find what? Different word. I'm not sure if comfortable is the word. Until you find like that freaking thing that sparks you up, like you just like feel that passion, I think. Oh, Joanna says she remembers the smell. Yes. No one can understand you when you talk. I was on the Murray Povich show. Yes. For people not being able to understand me when I talk. Dancing through the soul. Okay. Really quick. You have got to hear this freaking story. Like seriously, my stories are good, but this one's freaking insane. Okay. Just really quick. I am literally on this computer right now talking to my Aunt Les. Okay. And all of a suddenly, like there was some family secrets about to be involved. And a part of me is like, Heather, don't ask this question. Don't ask this question. It's way too invasive. Like, I don't think that it's appropriate, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask this question. I asked the question. It was about my deceased grandfather. And I was like, hey, how could this be true? Because this happened that you just told me, right? And the two didn't line up. And my aunt, who's basically the only surviving relative besides my Uncle Bob, that could answer these questions, she was like, I don't know. And I knew I was making her uncomfortable, but I'm like, I really need to know this because there's some family secrets going on. You guys, in that moment, I was sitting here in my office just like this, listening to my Aunt Les try to figure out what the heck that she was going to say about this. And all of a sudden, all the lights, everything just goes out in my office. I mean, like the computer goes down, my other computer goes down, my heater, my freaking closet. And it seemed to go like one and one, but maybe it all went off at the same time. And I was like, holy shit. And I could still hear my aunt talking from my laptop because it's powered by a laptop, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, all the lights went off. So I was like, okay, maybe we're having electrical problems, right? So I text my husband and I'm like, dude, all the freaking lights are off. I was like, but this is really weird that it happened in that exact same moment. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, this is freaking weird. So I'm talking to my husband and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, did it trip a circuit breaker? Blah, 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 all these things. And then like, as I was texting my husband, all the lights just go right back on. And I'm like, what the hell? So I'm texting my husband and he was like, that's what? He's like, it wouldn't go back on after all that time. So I went downstairs. I went all around my house. There was no evidence that any part of my house lost electricity except for in my office right here in that freaking moment, right? So when my husband finally came home, he was talking to me. He was like, the lights can flash without making a circuit breaker move, He was like, but he's like, if you lose electricity for that long, he was like, you would trip a circuit breaker. You would have to go downstairs and open it back up. He was like, the fact that it turned off was off for a few minutes and then back on. He was like, I can't explain that. and how it only happened in my office and nowhere else. And here's the kicker. I could still hear my aunt in my laptop because my laptop was powered by battery. And so that means that the router and the internet wasn't messed up either. So what the hell? Why did it happen in that moment? So as soon as it came back on, I go to my Aunt Les. I'm like, oh my God, this just happened. And she was like, your grandpa doesn't want to talk about that. We got to change the subject. You guys, I found out more, but I just didn't tell my Aunt Les. Is she watching? Aunt Leslie, are you here? Marcy, are you here? Testing, testing, testing. Oh my God, you guys, but it's like so freaking good. And then I'm like, Grandpa, like, why in the world did you make the freaking lights go off? Because now I went down this freaking rabbit hole and I found out some stuff, but I can't tell you guys unless he tells you, but I can't tell you. But isn't that freaking nuts? Like, why did the lights go off right in that moment? Just saying, craziness. Grandpa was saying no, not to reveal his secrets. Yes, exactly. Yes, I thought it was so crazy. See, it's your grandpa. Yes. And Jenny, he's the one now that we're doing the practice reading inside of the academy because I want to see if he'll tell you secrets. And you guys, there's way more than just 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 secrets. And I mean, like, it's mind blowing. Like, I should write a book on this, but a part of me, oh, wait, one more thing. And then there was 2 swans outside. There was 2 swans outside when I woke up, right? And I looked up the thing, and it says swans. The very first sentence says swans encourage you to remain silent. And I'm like, it doesn't want me to tell his secrets. And so when I went to bed that night, I was like, I always say my prayer, and I was like, Archangel Michael and my mom can say who's allowed inside my space. But now I'm not sure if my mom is mad at me either because some of the secrets have to do with her. So then I was like, maybe just Archangel Michael tonight can be inside my space and like no past loved ones. I guess my grandpa could give me a sign if he wants, but like only if he's not mad at me. Like I was like, oh my God. It's like, okay. So Becca says, I've been learning to do what makes you feel good. And I've been doing that through clothes. Oh my God, Becca, me too. Things I don't typically wear, but it makes me feel good. I'm wearing it. Yes, same thing with my fake eyelashes, right? Girlfriend, I put on fake eyelashes and I feel like I rule the world. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm totally right there. Heather, has he visited you in dreams? Jenny, the very first, I was having my seizures and stuff like that. And I was trying to figure out stuff, I was trying to figure out like what's going on, and that was the very first time I ever had a dream. And this was like when I was like 28 years old, and it was of my grandfather. And I never really met him. Like, I was 3 years old when he passed in 1986. And so he was standing outside of my door in the dream. And he says to me, he was like, wow, you don't know what it's like to be around the family for all these years and them not be able to hear you. I was like, oh my God. So I went to like everybody in my family because they were all alive then, because guess what? All the people that can confirm a lot of this stuff, which by the way, we don't need confirmation because we can see it in all the old newspapers and stuff like that. But anyways, so all those people that would like spill more deets are dead. My mom passed away. My Uncle Jim passed away. My Aunt Judy, she would spill right now if she knew that I had this tea. Aunt Judy, and then Aunt Betty would too. Gosh darn it. Why didn't we not find out about this stuff until everybody passed away? Now, all the people that are still alive are like, watch them. They can be on right now listening to me. I love you. Okay. Yes. Let me see. Isn't that freaking funny? Grandpa, I want to know. Grandpa saying not to reveal his secrets. Yeah, I'm waiting because you guys, you have no idea. Like this could be a book. It could be a freaking book. Okay, and we're just now getting to the amazing part of it. Yes, book ASAP. Yes, I think I need to get myself some lashes. I need confidence. Yes, don't you think? Does anybody else wear fake lashes? Like I don't get what it is. And my husband hates them. Right? He was like, you look like a damn butterfly, and I'm like, but they make me feel pretty. They really do. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to do that because like, it doesn't matter if all the rest of your makeup sucks. It's like your eyes just kind of like pop. Like, I don't want like those so giant ones. I tried different ones, but you guys get what I mean. See, Hannah does. Okay. So you guys, we got a lot of work to do with this full moon really quick. Sorry. We're going to do individual readings too, but okay. We've got to. 3 cards came up for the whole freaking group. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I really think we need to pay attention right now to the zodiac signs. Virgo. So if you're a Virgo, shout out. I don't like Virgos because I have to share September with you. And I feel like Virgo should get their own month and like Libras should get their own month. Doesn't everybody feel like their own zodiac sign is the best? Like Libras Libra's in the house. Libra is the best. Okay, so you need to pay attention to Virgos in your life, which is really funny because I was just talking to my sister who's a Virgo. Libra. I'm a Libra, so watch me. No. And then Scorpio, which is hilarious because that's my mom and it's also my son's. Okay, so let's look at it. Really quick. Well, he's calling you beautiful because butterflies are beautiful. Oh my God, Becca, I totally freaking love that. You're a Sag? Okay. Virgo. I'm sorry that you're Virgo, Jenny. No, I'm kidding. I do love a lot of Virgos. Let me see. Leo. Okay, you don't get a lot of Leos. I haven't seen a lot of Leos. Oh, Jenny, you're a Leo? Libras are the best. I'm not even one. Oh my God, are you serious? Does everybody feel that Libras are the best? Okay, Hannah, you're a Scorpio. Like, do you think you're a badass? Like, do you think I think of Scorpios as like a badass and are intimidating? That's how I see Scorpios. I see Libras as like sweethearts and just like the best. And then I see Virgos as like, treading on my, how's it called? Treading on my turf. Libras are way more stubborn than Taurus. No way. I always thought the Taurus was the most. Yes. Let's see, Cancer, and we suck. Really? I'm a Cancer. Does Cancer suck? My mom was a Virgo and passed 24 years ago today. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to get into the reading here in a second. Capricorn, and I love other Capricorns. Ooh. Does anybody have a Gemini in their life? Because that is freaking like, my husband's a Gemini, and it's so true. Oh, there we go. Nanny. Yes. Okay, Nanny's and Aries. Libras rock. Yep. And then let's see, Virgo. Oh my gosh. See, Jenny, I do love you and you're a Virgo, right? Oh, Becca, I mean. Pisces, Linda, Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer is deep AF. Oh, are they? Okay, that makes sense. I'm not really a big astrology person, but Austin says Aries. Okay, I haven't seen a lot of Aries either. Hey, you don't think I'm intimidated, do you? Yes, I do, Jamie. Jamie, you are like a badass for sure. Yes, I do. But not intimidating in a bad way, but it's just that I think that Scorpios and stuff like that, they have like such confidence. They radiate it. They radiate like no bullshit, and I'm a sugarcoater. So when a sugarcoater gets in with a freaking like badass, I don't sugarcoat things, it can be like intimidating. You're like, oh my God, like, no. Okay. Taurus and Aries cusps. Ooh, okay. I'm a Capricorn and my mom is a Gemini. Oh, okay. Okay. Taurus here, very grounded. Yes. I dated a Taurus for a while. No, we don't do great. We just cry easy. Wait, Colleen, is that Libra? Did Libras cry easy? Because I'm like a crier, man. And then both of my boys, I have never seen my son cry in like his adult life, maybe once. And I've never seen my husband cry, but then I cry and then I'm the freaking weirdo. And I'm like, why am I the weirdo? Like I have feelings, people. Like I'm a female too. Let me see. Husband is a Gemini. Marissa, your husband's a Gemini too? I like to think I'm not the typical Virgo though. Oh, okay. Really quick. I just have a question. Like, have you guys heard that Libras love like the finer things in life? If you're a Libra, do you feel that's true? Because I don't know if I feel like I like the finer things in life. I think that it's just like, do I love the finer things in life? Am I supposed to? But then again, you have your rising, your sun sign, and all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm a Aquarius with a Cancer moon, and my husband is a Cancer. Yeah, see, Carrie, you're like deep into all that astrology where you understand that. Yes, where you have like the rising sign and the moons and all this stuff. Too emotional and clingy. Sugarcoater too. Me and my fiance are both Scorpios, and we are both definitely like that. Sometimes makes us butt heads together. Yes, I could see that. Yes. Oh, Meg, you're missing out on it. Are you, what's your zodiac sign? Okay. Let me see first. Okay. So the Virgo card that came up is assess the situation. First quarter moon in a Virgo. Okay. So that's a big thing, but I'm also seeing Scorpio in this too. There's another card that has Scorpio, but I definitely feel like there's a Virgo and Scorpio freaking connection that's happening here. So let me see about this. This is like a full moon. This is a first quarter moon. God, this is so complicated how they freaking have this. There we go. So let me see what this says first, okay? It says, stop, breathe, and take stock. Perhaps you've taken on too much. Now is the time to be reliable and practical. Laziness is your enemy. OMG, WTF, you guys. Are you feeling lazy? I've been feeling lazy lately. Like, I mean, like, really bad. And I understand I've been having some health issues, like, with my neck and my back. But still, like, my husband went away for the weekend, and I usually get a whole bunch of stuff done. And guess what? I didn't get anything done. I just laid there on the couch watching bodybuilding, like bodybuilding vlogs. Let me know if anybody else is going through that. Okay. So yeah, laziness is your enemy. Also, don't be too influenced by the crowd and what they're saying. Do you still want what you used to want and as much? If so, are you really doing what needs to be done to make your dreams real? Express what you feel, but do it without too much self-criticism or criticism of others. Make an honest inventory about where you could do more to manifest your dreams. And truthfully, are they your dreams that you're trying to fulfill, right? And are you reaching for them, or are you not reaching for them because of somebody else? So this is a really time where you have to take stock of everything. So one thing that we brought up inside of the academy recently, near the end of like our office hours and stuff like that, is like everybody's like quitting their jobs and going full time with their hustle. But why do you have to do that? I work a full-time job and I love my freaking full-time job. And like, why would I quit it? Like I love doing this and I love doing that. Why do I have to get on the bandwagon of everybody else just doing that? Like everybody's just quitting and going. Or why is traveling so awesome? I traveled a lot last year and I'm freaking tired. I'm tired of freaking the airports. I'm tired of being in airplanes. And even if I've flown first class, that's still not going to help me get through even TSA pre-check and all these other things. And it's freaking exhausting. And then living out of a freaking suitcase and then trying to find fun things to do and blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you just want normalcy. You just want to go back freaking home. So are you trying to really chase after a dream that's yours, or is it somebody else's? Okay. So right now, we really have to go back to the grounding, like the board or whatever you do. You go back to the woodwork. I don't know. You just got to go back somewhere. Okay. That term, you got to go back there, and you really have to be honest with yourself. Is it the choices that you're making right now are the true choices that you want to make for you, for your life, for your future? For some reason, I'm really feeling the need to make choices out of the future, in mind, as opposed to, what is it called? Quick things right now. You have to like think more long term. All right. So anything else, if you have a Virgo in your life, or if you're in a Virgo in your life, I feel like they are somebody that either A, help you, or A, has something to do with this. Okay. It has something to do with it. And I don't know why, but I'm really, really feeling guided towards things not working out for you. So if you're like looking for a house or like a job and things like that, and they're not working out, it's because you need to be a little bit more clear on what you want, because I feel like Spirit's trying to get you there. Like you're inside the spiritual Uber, but they're like, wait a second. Are you sure you want to go that way? Because I don't really think that's what you want. They're trying to like verify with you a little bit. So that's really big if you resonate with that. I also see the number 8 coming up too. So I'm really guided towards some of the Leos in the house. And also maybe from the month of August might have something to do with that. But I'm definitely seeing the number 8. 8 also, if it's not going to be for August and that kind of thing, and for Leos, then I definitely feel like it's going to be manifesting. And that's a big thing too. The more specific that you are on manifesting, the easier it's going to be. So something that I heard recently is like, think of Spirit maybe as like a dog, and they're going to go fetch your bone, but like you're not specific on what kind of bone or whatever like that. And they just bring you a whole bunch of crap because you're not being freaking specific enough. You got to be specific, but you also have to be coming from your own heart. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, good. Other people are lazy. Yes. The laziness. Thought something was wrong with me. Me too. And my hormones are balanced. Like I'm taking testosterone, so cause I have no testosterone, but anyways, but my hormones are balanced. They're all in really great ways. I'm working out. I'm doing all of that. I still go for my workout, but then when I come back home, I'm like, oh, I work out 6 days a week, do cardio 4 days a week, doing a whole bunch of stuff. So, And so Colleen says, I'm a travel agent and tired of working travel. Yes. And Kim's like, coming out of that laziness phase. Yes. I had to work on my day off yesterday. Now I'm on the couch, very tired. Yeah. Well, you definitely need to have like down days. Carrie says, yes, it's horrible for about 3 weeks. My husband and I have been trying to figure out why I was so fatigued. This is a really cool moon. And remember, the energy leading up to the full moon is very, very strong, right? And now we're going to start winding down. So maybe it's just like too much energy on top of energy that just kind of, I don't know, maybe. My bestie's a Virgo. I'm a Scorpio. I want to do this, but I don't know where to start. Like, Sarah, what do you want to do? Let's see. I worked for Delta forever and retired early. Oh, okay. Just this week, I realized how well I can manifest. I thought if I only knew exactly what Jen wanted, we could manifest together. I know. We always think that we have to have somebody else involved, but don't, because I go to my husband one day. This is a really, really cool freaking point, right? I go to him. I'm like, you know what? I was dreaming up my dream day, but I can't have my dream day because you would ruin it. I told him this. I was like, because you would just be like this. And then I'm like, I would have like a beach and, and it would be a private beach. I was like, and you would probably freaking build a fence and it would ruin it and everything else like that. So I'm like, great. I don't know what to do now because you would ruin my freaking dream day because we're really freaking opposites. I was like, you'd be complaining about the beach and everything else. Well, it wasn't even like an hour later. He comes back to me and he was like, you know what? you would ruin my dream day too, because my dream day would be all about cars and everything else like that. And you would be complaining and you wouldn't like it. And I was like, great freaking point, honey. Great freaking point. So you just do you, and then you just like, we can't comprehend. I have no idea how the spirit would make it be able to where me and my husband can have our same dream day and still be together. But we just have to trust that it can happen. Weird things can happen. You can end up on a beach that's not hot, that has a built-in fence that I like. You just never know. Okay. Oh, Joy, I was talking about you earlier. Yes. About how it's cool to have you on and like other guests and stuff like that. Definitely a change in the year. More energy, more energy. Oh my gosh, Carrie, more energy, more energy, more passion, more passion. Look at this. Keep your heart open. This is a Libra. So this is huge. This is what we were just talking about just a second ago, right? It's like we have to keep our minds open. We have to keep our hearts open. The biggest thing that's happening right now that I'm sensing with this card, with a lot of us too, is the feeling of unworthiness, the feeling that like either not lovable, not supported, that there's not something there, that there's something is missing, but nothing is missing. It's just that you've been almost like conditioned to believe or brainwashed to believe some of those things, but nothing is missing. Everything is perfect. Okay. So you have to keep your heart, your mind, and your love open to receiving, because so many of us are not open to that. So many of us are just going through life, like just trying to do for other people and taking action. And that's what we need to do, is the opposite. We need to be receptive. We need to be open. We need to be able to be like, okay, I got it. I don't have to do it. You know, we think so much, and especially in the terms of work too, it's like we have to work smarter, we have to work harder, you know, and then to get more money and things like that. It's like, that's not how it is. You know, it's kind of like money, jobs, love, and everything else that we want is right there for us if we would be able to receive it. Does that make sense? But we have to be in the kind of that mindset to be able to receive. And just so many of us, we've been hurt so much that we're not open to receiving, you know, because we're hurt and we, you know, create a block around our heart. And, you know, we just think that, hey, if I keep on opening up myself, then I'm going to get hurt more and more and more. And it's like, that was the past. It's okay now. Like, it's okay. You can trust in yourself. And even if you can't trust anybody around you and you have no friends and you have no family and it's all crazy, then you have spirit. Your spirit guides, your past loved ones, you know, your angels, they're all with you. And then it says here, let's see, which one do I want to read? Okay, I'm going to read this. Are you too attached to someone or perhaps to a current goal? It's a wonderful thing to care deeply. However, if you start to smother the person or a situation you love, you could run into trouble. Work with others as you move towards your goals, but don't become so dependent that you give away your power. Keep your heart open. This card can also suggest it's time to negotiate something. And the way that you manifest your goals now could be to come up with a solution that pleases everybody. So definitely feel like a negotiation. Feel like too, it goes back to being the person that you're meant to be. Like, you know, just be you, and then the other person will follow, or they won't, or something will happen, but you just have to keep on being you. I told my husband that I was a psychic medium, or I was training to be a psychic medium when we were 5 years into our marriage. My husband is an analytical. He's grounded. He comes from a scientific background. Do you know what it was like? I got him drunk. I gave him a shot. I did a shot too. We were at Buffalo Wild Wings. And then I finally had to confess to him, hey, I'm not going to a meditation class. It's a psychic medium class. And I had been learning to see auras because I wanted to prove to him that I could see things. And when his reaction was like not what I thought. His reaction was just like, he didn't say much. He wanted to be supportive. And he just, I don't even remember. I just remember leaving that feeling like maybe I shouldn't have told him. Maybe I should have given him more time. But now look, now we do paranormal investigations together. And now he's like my biggest fan and like all these other kinds of things. So it's like I was true to myself. And then I just kept on going. And then he ended up following, which was good. Sometimes they won't follow, but that's okay. That's not for you to worry about. What's for you to worry about? The overarching thing, being true to yourself. Mm-hmm. Receiving is hard. I had to start first by accepting compliments, accepting gifts, accepting thank yous, accepting people like that. When people would say things, I would just be like, I'm going to take it. Every time someone said thank you, I would take it. Every time someone said like, you're pretty or something, or like, you're a good drawer, instead of like pushing it away, I'd be like, thank you. That's so sweet of you to say that. You didn't have to say that. That was really nice. Even if they were passive aggressive. All right. So this is totally me right now. Thanks for sharing. Yes. I did a full moon release ceremony last night. Might do another one tonight if I can avoid setting off the fire alarm again. OMG, WTF, Jamie. That is freaking hilarious. Strawberry shortcake. You have a bag on it? Yeah, that's a good one. We should look up what she is. Okay. My husband has fought it for 30 years till he needed to know something. See, exactly. Yep. Oh my gosh. So many people in my life are like zip tied. Like they're going, this is what they do. No joke. Someone's doing this in my life right now. They're posting on Facebook like all these Bible verses and everything else like that, like, and basically going against psychic mediumship, right? Like basically that's what it is. And I'm like, do I even need to have this person in my life? But I am related to him, so it makes it kind of awkward. So it's like I kind of do need to like have that. I could unfollow them. But anyways, at the same time, they're messaging me, Heather, can you have your psychic group connect? And I'm like, what? You're just saying all these bad things about the Bible and the psychic stuff, and then all of a sudden now you're asking psychics for help. It's interesting. Okay. I forced myself to take a compliment and say thank you. Yes, it's so hard. It does get easier because then after a while you're like, yeah, you're like, you're welcome. But then it's like you're still your same self. It's just that it gives you a little bit more confidence. It's like fills up your cup, I guess. I have a hard time accepting compliments when they tell me I'm pretty or beautiful. Yes, I actually got written up for the way that I talked to someone after they complimented me at a job because she was saying, Heather, you're such a good drawer and an artist. And I was like, no, 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 no. And then my boss called me in the office and ended up writing me up because of how I treated her. And I was like, what? I didn't mean to be mean to her. I was just, yeah. And so ever since then, it's a scar on me. So now anytime someone compliments me, I'm like, yes, you're wrong. And if you don't believe it, just keep on doing it. It's almost like a fake it till you believe it kind of situation. It's so hard to be willing to help people who are so condescending. Oh my God. Yes. Hallmark producer, strawberry and shortcake. And that's where I work at now. What? You work at, Hallmark is like, that would be a freaking cool job. I could just spend like hours just looking at all the stuff at Hallmark. All right. So one more thing. This is the last one for the Moonology deck for like the group, but it's first quarter moon in Scorpio. Release your blocks. I don't know why, Jamie, but as soon as you were talking about that full moon ceremony, I definitely feel like we need to do one. The energy is still here for the full moon. We really need to try to release our blocks. Releasing our blocks to blockages, like 99% of the time, if not 100% of the time, have to do with fear. Okay. So you really need to dig deep and figure out where the hell this fear is coming from. Is it even your fear? Is it a fear that something that someone said to you when you were younger? Is it or is it something that happened in a past relationship? Why do you have this fear? Do you have a fear that you can't trust yourself? Do you have a fear that, things are not going to work out? But I have a feeling that has to do with a lot of people who are freaking pessimistic. Okay. So things aren't going to work out, but what if they freaking do? All right. So it says, when it comes to pushing through your fears and any other negative feelings, you're going to have to dig deeper. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself because it blocks us. Make time to clear out any toxic feelings around you. Don't let pride stop you from showing how dearly you want something. It's okay to be vulnerable, but if you know the people you're dealing with are trustworthy, think about others as much as yourself. That thing there, think about others as much as yourself. We have such a hard time with that. But I love this. It's time to clear any toxic feelings around you. All right. So whatever is like coming up, if there's somebody in your life or something in your life, try and clear up that thing. If you have any kind of animosity towards it, if you have anything that's like, this is not good energy, try and clear that up. It doesn't always involve the other person though. Sometimes you can go ahead and clear up that energy just by like journaling it out, journaling meditation, journaling your emotions. If you don't like writing it out, you can voice clip it. You could go ahead and do it in a shower, whatever it is, but you have to like get rid of it. Maybe you need to burn it, maybe cut it up and things like that. Also doing a cord cutting meditation, I feel is going to be very, very good. Also, I feel like somebody needs to do yoga. It's definitely me, but maybe you need to do yoga. The reason being too, is because I really feel like the body really needs to be like, I feel like there's too much energy, not stuck in the chakras or in the joints, like I usually say, but I feel like within the body, like we need to move and stretch our body definitely a lot more. I'm also really drawn to Sedona, like, Nevada, that kind of area. So if anybody has any kind of like travel plans or thinking about going there, I definitely feel like that's a really good way. And then any Scorpios in your life, I feel like would be really, really affected by this full moon. I do not know what this full moon is about. Does anybody know what this full moon is about? Because I feel like whatever this full moon is about, it's really, really going to be affecting Scorpios. And I really like to know because my son's a freaking Scorpio. So that's really, really big. Also seeing sacred geometry as well. So this is something that, keep in your mind that you are, it can help you out. Sacred geometry might help you out. I also want to say organization too, by the way. I think that's it. Okay, that was a good one. All right, so let's see what we're going to do. Trip to Sedona. I've been trying to get a retreat in Sedona for everybody, so like we could all go together and do like the vortexes and stuff like that. It is freaking hard. It's hard doing the freaking like, because I want to do I want to do the retreat my way. And it's actually really hard to get like the customized retreats and stuff like that, because it's like, I'll just be honest with you, every single one of you, I'm very protective over you. And there's a lot of bad teachers out there. There's a lot of teachers out there that are scammers. There's a lot of teachers out there that don't teach the right way. There's a lot of teachers, like, I don't know. So if I send you guys anywhere, I was like, okay, I know this, and if we do a retreat, I want to be that one that teaches or whatever. And there's going to be other people too, for sure. But I just mean, like, I want to be your mama bear and be like, okay, you get what I'm saying? Okay. I want to go to Sedona. Okay, I've got to do it. I haven't been able to do my daily yoga due to healing. I'm starting to get back at it slow, but I feel like it is so needed. Yes. And look at this. This is for you, Carrie. It says peaceful warrior, and it says potency. 100%. I don't know why, but this does feel like you can start going back into your yoga just like a little bit. Definitely be more gentle on yourself. And I kind of know you too a little bit too, but you're a lot like me. It is number 49 on here, but it's definitely about like doing more gentle things as opposed to hard things. Okay. Like you are so much like me to where it's like, we can take action. I can go lift weights. I can do all of that stuff. I can like hurt my body into submission. I'm very, very good at that. But like, every single week that my coach has told me to do yoga, I have not done it. All right. She tells me to do everything else, HIIT training, all these other hard things on your body. I can freaking do that. No problem. But when it comes to doing nice things to your body, like that's very difficult for me. And so the same thing with you, but also too, I see the Fool's card on here too. So I feel like it's a new journey that you're embarking on to keep on doing that. And also paying attention to your dreams. I just now seen that on the back, but the dream catchers for sure. Anything else? Still seeing that full moon as well. Definitely paying attention to the birds that you see. And for some reason, I feel like they're saying too, right now is a really good time to strike while the iron is hot, because you don't have any challenges coming up. It's like almost like it's smooth sailing just for a little bit. Some more mountains are in the forefront, but nothing that you have to worry about right now. Yes. Goosebumps. Yeah. Goosebumps are truth bumps. Suzanne says, yoga has been a game changer for not only my body, but also my mind. Yes. And you know what they say? They say, oh my God, you guys, I'm going to have to do it. Okay, I'm going to have to do a Sedona trip. And Jamie, then maybe we'll stop by Vegas. We're going to have to do it. But Suzanne says, yoga has been a game changer for me, for not only my body, but also my mind. Yeah, because yoga also, like, it prepares your body to have a spiritual experience. For sure. And so this is also for you, Suzanne, too. It says wolf and it says protection. The biggest thing that I get, I don't know why, but I see you as a wolf. I also see your spiritual animal as a wolf too, with confidence and things like that. But I also feel too, it's like, I don't know why, but I just get this feeling of you like always being alone or something along those lines. Like you're just like confident as you are or whatever. I don't know. There's just something there about you being like a lone wolf, but it's like, no, you need to find your tribe. You need to find like your family. Like you need to like find other people that are like you. Are you part of any kind of spiritual community and things like that? Because I definitely feel like it's a big one for you. But they're also saying too that you are protected. So anything that's happening, like paranormal or anything else that you have happened, like in your not previous life, like in your life now, I do feel like they're saying, hey, that was like past loved ones. Like it was people like reaching out to you. Don't have to be scared so much. It's also number 28. And I also get a lot of connection to nature. So that's going to be where you connect really well. I don't know why, but I'm seeing a white wolf right now. So I don't know if you've ever seen that, but definitely I'm seeing like a white wolf. And then I also see a lot of traveling. Like traveling is going to be something that's really big with you, but I'm not sure if it's like with work or something, but I would definitely keep that in the back of your mind because it's really, really strong. Let me see. Okay, let me see. I thought I seen her. I try a booty yoga. You love it. Like kind of a tribal dance and yoga. It releases trauma out of your spine. Ooh, okay. So BUTI yoga. You get trauma release out of your spine. I freaking need that for sure. My masseuse is like, I have like knots going all the way up my spine right now. She said, she's like, it's really bad. Let's see. Okay. Oh, I'm a Scorpio and would love to know what's going on with the moon. Last night was rough emotionally. Yes. Does anybody know? Yeah, wolves are pack animals. Yes, we need to be pack. Yes. I was just reading about the lone wolf last week, and my birthday is the 28th. Carrie, that was such a sign for you for sure. Linda, I was about to ask if Linda was still on, and she just commented. That's so funny. Linda, are you on? And she's like, there, bam. My dog looks like a white wolf. Ooh, and look at this. This is number 36, Wisdom Keeper, and it says Mastery. And by the way, I switched over to the Sacred Medicine one. Medicine Keeper, Visionary, Wise One. You are invited to rise into remembering. Okay, well, let's see what this one is. Uno momento, por favor. Yes. Jenny, ¿tú hablas español? Yo hablo español poquito, but no muy bien. ¿Qué? Sí? All right. My husband is like, you don't know Spanish. And we went to like Mexican restaurant and I had too much, like a daiquiri or something like that, a margarita. And then I was like ordering and everything else like that in Spanish. My husband's like, he's like, you don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, oh yeah. And I asked the server and he was like, no, you're saying it right. So, okay, let me see. So this is Linda. Yeah, is a white wolf rare? I would say yes. Do you guys think the white wolf is rare? Because I don't know, but I don't see one, so I'm gonna say they are. So let me know what you guys think. Holy crap-oli. This is like a long freaking thing, Linda. But what we're going to do is we're going to say this. Okay. No, I don't like that. Open yourself. Okay. Number 90 and 91 in the guidebook. And it says, it is time to deepen your fullness of medicine you bring. You are being called to find a mentor, teacher, or guide that will help you master your art, which is so funny too, because I really did think of myself, by the way, Linda, when I saw this, because 36 is one of my favorite numbers, right? Because it's like 316, but it's 3 and 6. Okay. So it says, Spirit encourages you to find someone who is able to clearly see your power. You're very clairvoyant. Someone who celebrates the natural gifts you carry and is here to help you attune with more precision. You are in the spiritual AF library, right? Guidance can come from many forms, and the wisdom keeper meant to assist you at this time may not be or who what you expected, because we are too rigid or attached to learning what we should look like. All of a sudden, Reiki is coming up for you. So have you ever tried like Reiki? Are you Reiki practitioner or pranic healing or something? I don't know why, but the healing is really big, that part. It could be a good stepping stone going forward. I don't do that, but maybe find a mentor that does if you haven't yet. Release all up now and trust when your heart fills it, lifts it up, and your soul feels a deep connection. Yes. So they're talking about you need to learn more about your abilities and you need to find that mentor or whatever like that, which I could be your mentor, no problem at all. Like I can help you out, even if it's, psychic mediumship's not what you want. If you want to do like the healing part first and stuff like that. But this course is on like Udemy that are really cheap. You can do like YouTube videos, like there's like all free and things like that too. I do see a lot of astrology in this too. I'm not an astrologist or anything like that, but that's really, really big. You guys, birth charts are coming up again too. Does anybody have a really good connection with somebody that does really good birth charts? Because that's coming up a lot. And I don't have one. I lost it. So you practice on your own. Yes, that's okay. There you go. So you have to keep on doing that, girlfriend. And then you can ask too, when you do healings, like practice on other people, like offer them like a free session or whatever like that virtually, or do like those Facebook groups or do it, through photos, and then things will come to you as you do the healing. Does that make sense? Okay. 36 is one of my numbers. Ooh. Oh, you have an Alaskan Husky. He's huge. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Oh, Tom McMullen has done my birth chart and he was great. Yes. And then Tara said, yeah, you can get your birth charts done online. You can Google it. Yes. And I'll be honest with you, like the ones online are freaking awesome. I love them. But one time I actually had like a true astrologist read my birth chart and it was insane. Some of the other things that he picked up and he was like, what happened to you at this age? Because I can see this and I can see this and this. I'm like, wow. Like he like pinpointed like the big major things in my life. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Yes. Stephanie Powers trained with Dev Silverman. Excellent. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Sadly, I have to go. Oh no, Hannah. Thank you for the short time today. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, and Iva, how you doing? Oh my gosh. So you have like a lot of freaking messages with spirit. So what that tells me too, I mean like a lot of messages. And so what that tells me too is like you have to be like more open to spirit. It's nothing to be afraid of, okay? Like ask for those signs, journal, try to tame down your mind a little bit too, because I feel like there's a lot of energy going around in your mind, like just like way too busy, like a lot of us, but I just feel like they're trying to get you to like get more connection with you, and definitely keep on like tune into yourself first before you tune into other people. Cause I just feel like you have like a way more of knowledge and stuff like that, and like would make the better choices than other people that are in your life, just because like sometimes like what they think is not really for your highest good. But anyways, I definitely feel like spirit reaching out to you a lot. And so one of the things is pieces, and it's number 47, but I don't know why, but I thought of Pisces. So I don't know if you have a Pisces in your life, but I definitely seen Pisces. let me just show you some of these things. Plant kin, which is sensitivity, and tobacco, which is offering. So you have a lot of cards that are coming up with the fours, like in the 40s. So it's talking about setting a foundation, also security, finances, and stuff like that. So that probably would be playing a part of your life right now, even though you might be like more concentrated on one area. It's like definitely, I feel like they're talking about getting career, job, money, like that part in order first, before you start moving forward. And also too, there's a really big need to figure out what it is that you want. 112, 113 in the guidebook too. And it says, right now you're asked to gather each fragment and craft it into a new understanding. The diversity of your life experiences have created a beautiful pattern unlike any other human on this planet. Release any shame of what you deem as imperfect and incomplete, for nothing is ever lost and your mosaic will never be complete. Oh my gosh, totally. You have to like, sorry, girlfriend, they're saying like, you got to make your thoughts positive, kind of go down that a little bit too. And like, do you wear bracelets and stuff like that? Or do you have any kind of special bracelets? I feel like they're bringing up bracelets, feelings of making yourself beautiful. There's definitely that coming up as well. I really do feel too something Native American really with you. So I don't know if you have any kind of that in your blood, or if it's like just like a Native American guide, which I usually don't see those, but apparently I seen one last week and now here's another one too. And I'm also seeing lavender and amethyst. And amethyst is really, really good for like decreasing anxiety. You could put it by your bed, but there's a lot of purple there. And then also too, I feel like right now is a time to plant seeds that will grow. But right now it's almost like making sure that you plant those good seeds. I don't even freaking understand this, to be honest with you. Okay. So Anne's like, anything in romance? No, because they're trying to say not to concentrate on that. I'll be honest with the romance part too. Anybody that's in your life right now that you're romantically invested in, I don't feel is the right one, at least right now. That's why they're talking about like almost like distracting yourself. So whether it's going to be distracting yourself with work or something along those lines. I don't feel like anybody coming up. Maybe you'll meet somebody at work or something along those lines. But no, I feel like almost like, they could be bringing up something like, the watch pot never boils kind of situation, or you have to get your ducks in a row, before like this will manifest. I remember trying to get the love of my life to come in, and I just wanted love, and it was never coming. And then finally, I just gave up on it. And I was like, okay, that's just not in the cards for me. I'm a single mom and I need to take care of my son. And that's what I need. I need to learn how to protect me and him. And then all of a sudden this guy named Tony walked into my freaking life. And I was like, I hope that he could be friends, because I definitely don't want anything more than that. Now me and Tony have been married for 12 years. So yes. But I will give you one more thing. Let me see, Anna, one more thing. Let me just do one more thing for you. And it says rainbow activation authenticity. So see that this is all about being true to you. So no, like they're not wanting you to do anything with romance right now. Yes. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Thank you so much, Rose. Okay, so here we go about the full moon yesterday. This is what we got to know. Yesterday's full moon in Virgo brings tranquil energy, aiding in releasing past burdens and welcoming a new day, new beginnings. It's a micro moon, which is the opposite of a super moon. It has a peaceful presence to help us focus on what truly matters, setting the stage for positive changes. Thank you, Rose. And I think too, with that peaceful presence is another reason why that maybe we are feeling like lazy and stuff like that. And then I love it too. It says, releasing past burdens. Yes. And that's really crazy too, because I this whole family secret thing is coming up. And I'm like, ooh, I was able to like find out some things about the past. And even too, I'm always honest with you too. I actually had a talk with my father, which is really weird. I didn't meet my father until I was like 18 years old, and I have no idea about his side of the story. I just know my mom's side of the story. And then this morning I woke up to like a whole like 10-minute voice clip from him telling him his side of the story of what happened with him and my mom and me. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's so cool. Is that I don't really think that I needed to hear it, because I think that like as we get older, like we kind of like understand like there's two sides for every story. But it was really cool because at least maybe now that door is closed. So it's kind of cool this happens now. Joy, it's this one, Secret Medicine by Asha Frost. Yeah, sorry, sometimes we don't hear what we want to hear, right? Really quick, and then we're gonna do pick a card. I want to read some of these comments. Okay, so Tara says, my aunt brought a gift for my daughter baby shower and noticed the gift said Clementine on the bottom. That's what my grandpa used to call my daughter. It was so nice to know he was there. Freaking love it. Okay, Joy says, oh my God, sis, they usually don't help. They leave him with me, no help this time. I asked for help, called on a crew, and they're forcing him into going just like, oh my gosh, what? Is that your man, Joy? Yes. Okay, wow. On my dad, yes. It looks like the super moon. It was huge. Yes. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do pick a card, and then like Patty, I know you're talking about your mom, so maybe your mom can like be like, hey, which card do I need to hear today? A, B, or C? And I'm gonna do the same thing. So, oh my gosh, my neck. Okay, A, B, or C. We're doing pick a card. So if you have a question, if you wanted a message even from a past loved one, that kind of thing, just be like, hey, guide me. Ooh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask my grandpa to bring me a message about the family secrets. Okay, here we go. Ready? So release, get some of that yucky energy out. If you need to like move it. So you're going to try to come to a neutral place and then ask A, B, or C. A, B, or C. A, B, or C. C, B, or A. C, B, or A. Does it sound like I'm saying one of them big, louder than the other? Does one of them seem like you're resistant to? Is one of them standing out more? You can also rub your hands together and feel them. A, B, or C. You can also put it in your mind's eye. Show the letter A, show the letter B, show the letter C. Maybe one of them is brighter than the other. A and C. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Oh, paranoid schizophrenia. Wow. Gotta send you some love, man. I have no idea why this is, but everybody that's talking about their mom on the other side, I don't feel any women on the other side. I feel mostly men. Isn't that nuts? Letters and numbers. Yes, I love it. I know sometimes I use numbers, sometimes I do letters. Got to keep you on your toes. Okay, A. I got A for my grandfather, and it's really funny too because I never ever get A. I always get B and C. So we'll see. I'm feeling all three. Yes. Oh my God, Joy, I'm so sorry. How are you doing? Mom's Day was 2 days ago. Oh my God. Remember what we talked about when we got together, Joy. Remember that. Remember? I think I didn't record it, did I? Sacred Tears. And it says expression, and it's number 17. I'm getting the guidebook out because I want to make sure that I get this right. Where the hell is the guidebook? It's gone? I'm going to have to read this intuitively? There's no way. Grandpa, I don't want to read this intuitively. You guys, it's freaking gone. Where is it? No, I want the guidebook. I want to make sure that I don't. This sucks. You guys, it's gone. Oh, it's here. Oh my God. For a second there, I was like, my grandfather is good. Okay. So I want to make sure that I get it the right way. Okay. 52 and 53. You guys, one of the family secrets happened in 1953. Ah! Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Here we go. So this is card A, people. Yes, Grandpa is messing with me. I'm telling you, like there's something going on. But he was also known for being a jokester too. So we'll see. Tears hold our sacred waters, memories, essence, and medicine. Today you are invited to a healing space by the power of spirit and the ancestors. They hold you, they see you, and they encourage you to express all that you have held on so tightly. It's been a challenging time, and there's no shame in acknowledging this. Recall all the tears you have swallowed back and the emotions you have pushed down. It's time for them to release. Raw emotions and feelings are a call for love. This card is a reminder that you are worthy of taking space and time to allow for it to pass through. Let your tears fall to the earth so the sacred waters can enter the soil. As we deeply feel, we can truly heal. This time of sadness and vulnerability is essential for you to move through the next cycle you can enter. The sacred tears that are held in your own body and spirit also hold the tears of your ancestors and relatives. When you shed them, you heal the past and future generations. Your medicine waters bless the world. It's safe for you to express your emotions at this time. Release the grief and pain, for as you do, this is more capacity for joy and ease to flow. As I allow my tears to flow out of my heart and into the world, I heal deeply. You guys, you know what I'm getting from this? I don't know if you guys got this or not, but what I'm getting from this is that my grandfather made those lights go out so that I would know that there was something there that needed to be healed, that something needed to be done. And the people involved, the few people that maybe are here in the living needed to hear this. Like it needs to come to light. That's what I'm getting from this, because they need to grieve. They need to allow those emotions to come out. It's been bottled up now for freaking 70 years or so, and so it's like we need to let this out because it's going to help out. So anybody that chose card A, you need to feel those feelings. There's healing that needs to take place. And it's like, you can't be pushing it down. You can't be forgetting about it. Don't be lying to yourself and think you're over it, because you might not be over it. And if you are stagnant, if you're not really sure what to do, you have to mourn right now, is what you have to do. So whatever is coming up to you, that is really what you need to do. I really feel drawn to that number 17 too. So I think that's something that we need to keep our eye on. Yes. Let's see. Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear that, Austin. Yes. Yeah, my guides did want me to read intuitive, and I was like, no, I don't want to. But this too, I feel like it has to do to, like, if card A people, now I'm feeling card A people are really having to do with a woman that's in spirit too. So it's really funny too, because I would think male, but for some reason I'm getting female for card A. And then making sure that you grieve, that you mourn, that you do you, that you have to take care of. So maybe some of those people too that had the mothers that had passed, this is what they're talking about. And OMG, WTF, I'm just now realizing that one of my grandfather's secrets has to do with a woman. So he didn't cheat, as far as I know, and stuff like that. But yeah, it's going deep. So that really freaking makes sense. I also do feel like just a lot of water and things like that. Like, I don't know why, but they just keep on saying you got to let your emotions out. That's card A people. Like, number one, that's what you have to do. So it doesn't matter if you were talking about grieving, mourning, or a past loved one or stuff like that. If you were, definitely take that. Allow yourself to feel all of those feelings, the feelings of resentment, hatred, whatever you have for the person. Allow it to come out. Even if they passed and there was toxicity involved, allow it to come out of you, okay? Because it does no good if you keep that energy inside. But if you're somebody too that was wondering about like parts of your life, romance, yada, 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 I still feel like there's healing that needs to take place in the workplace, in your relationships, things like that in the past before that you can really move forward. You have to make sure that you're good on that so that doesn't affect any future like jobs and relationships moving forward. Okay. So we want to make sure that you're in a really good headspace before you move forward so that you don't make the same mistakes. You don't attract the same wrong people and things like that. Does that make sense? Okay, yes, that's what I thought of you, Heather, not to keep in the darkness. Yes, because you think about it, these family secrets have been going on now for a very long time, and it was very tragic, several of the things that happened. But I'm going to wait to talk to the people involved first before I tell you guys. Let's see. Okay, yes. My cards are currently showing me that there's a past relationship I still need to let go of. Yes, Jamie, I feel that too. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? I've cried for the first time forever last few days. Yes, let it go. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I'm getting so much out of today. Yes, me too. I'm going to have to go back and watch this again and take notes. I feel the same way, Carrie. So it says B is fire spark. It is number 25, and it says transform. Ooh, so first off too, like I can read this card intuitively, okay? And but I'm going to also look at the guidebook as well. But you chose card B, you're going through a freaking transformation. You're going through changes, and sometimes it's not really easy, and it might feel like a little like rough and that kind of thing. Just think of yourself as like a butterfly in the cocoon, and you're about to become a butterfly and stuff like that. But right now, you're still in the midst of those changes. Just know that you can always ask for help all the time, okay? And for some reason, Patty, I'm really feeling drawn with your mom and that other card, and also this card. So it's almost like, mourning, grieving her, those kinds of things. I feel like that's reason why that she's coming up. Allow those things to flow. When my mom passed away, I would like run away to the bathroom and everything else like that whenever I needed to cry. And then sometimes I was crying and mourning in some really bad situations. Not really bad, but you do you. And then now I feel like this is also talking to you, but this is also all card B people. And I'm going to read what it says here. It's number 68 and also number 69. And it says here, fire is transformative. It burns into ashes. It's a force of nature that should always be respected and acknowledged for its power. We all have the potential to carry fire within our bellies and our hearts. At times it rises as rage and anger, and we can choose to use this in a conscious way. I don't know why, but they're also saying that there's underlying, not fear, underlying anger, and it's okay to be angry. So like, for example, my mom was toxic, blah, 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 and stuff like that. And I found out about something. It's like almost like a hypnosis thing that really hurt me. And I can't believe that my mom knew this whole time and she never said anything, and she was passed at the time. And I'm like, oh my God, Mom, I can't believe that you knew about this and you never said anything. And I got freaking mad at her. And it's so hard oftentimes to get mad at people who have passed away, but maybe that's what you have to do if you're card B people. So if somebody, like, for example, like was responsible for their own passing, or if they were toxic or they did you wrong and things like that. Even if they're passed away, it's okay to have that resentment. It's okay to be angry. Do it. I did it too. I didn't talk to my mom in spirit, and I wanted nothing to do with her for about, I don't even know, 4 months or something like that, while I grieved knowing that she did that to me. It was so painful, and it was really great too, because I learned that I was holding on to a lot of her phobias and things like that. So it was kind of like healing in a way. But yeah, so definitely card B people. I feel like there's anger, and you need to get your anger out. So if you're angry at like your spouse or something in the past, if you're angry about like job situations or whatever like that, let it out in some kind of like a healthy way, whether it's going to be like a meditation thing, whether it's going to be a voice clip thing, or maybe the person actually needs to know about it. Okay. So this is almost like a kick-ass card. Okay. It's like where you need to be assertive. You need to speak up your mind. You need to speak your freaking truth. Okay. And this is also going to help form who you freaking are. All right. I'm definitely seeing like a lot of patterns and stuff like that. I'm not sure why I see this, but I see like a lot of freaking patterns too. I do feel a connection to the moon. I also see like a lot of clouds too. So maybe if you want to go to a meditation at first to make sure that you're doing everything that's going to, be more healing as it is going to hurt people. But I really feel like almost like the can of whoop ass needs to come out, with you. It's like where you need to own your power up. I'm also seeing feathers too as a sign from like past loved ones and angels that are in spirit. And I really feel male energy with this when it comes to past loved ones. So if you have a male that passed away and maybe there's some kind of resentment there or whatever it is, there's something there. Like I feel like a little bit of a block, like allow that. Like that's okay. It's all right. You don't have to treat everybody who passed away like they were freaking angels. And that's one thing that I did at my mom's eulogy and stuff like that. When I spoke at her funeral and stuff like that, it was like my mom was not perfect, but because she was not perfect, this is what I learned, and this is probably what she learned. My mom got married more times than freaking Liv Taylor. She was married probably like 7 or 8 times or maybe 9 times. I don't even know. But she taught me by doing that she never gave up on love. So there's always like a good side to the story, but that's really, really big. So think about that a little bit. But I also see a lot of purple around you if you're card B people. So you're also spiritually protected. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh. Rachel said I was woken up last night at 2:30 a.m. with someone in my room. It sounded like her daughter saying, "Mom, I laid awake for 2 hours. It was not my daughter." Oh my God. OMG, WTF. Did you tune in? Do you have any ideas? Do you do your nightly prayer of protection? It seems like you're very motherly. And so other people's spirits of past loved ones might be coming to you because you have that light inside of you and you didn't have the boundaries to keep them outside of your bedroom. So that's why they were able to come to you. It's probably another little girl who lost, her life or whatever like that. Or, it sounds tragic, but it's okay. My wife tells me that all the time. So I know my spirit guide is saying the same thing. Yes. Oh, wow. It's coming up to my grandma's tragic death anniversary. I feel my dad around once in a while, and my anger towards him makes me not snow lesson. Okay. Love you, Austin. Okay. Let's see. And then it says, all right, so here we go. Here is card 3 or C people. Winged one, and it says trust, and it's number 26. Okay, don't you just love this? Like we had like the really dark card for B, but now C, it's talking about like light coming into the end of the tunnel and stuff like that. You have to trust the process. This is going to be that card where it's like the quote of this card, the theme of this card for card 3 or C people is that this is happening for you, not to you. Some things have to fall apart so they can come together. Okay, you have to trust the process. And anything else that it's saying, let me see. It's number 70 and 71 in the guidebook. And it says, in our sacred prayers, we often call on the 4-legged, 2-legged, winged ones, swimmers, crawlers, plant people, and rock people. The winged ones are an important part of creation. Watching the winged ones in nature is a glorious experience. As babies, we see their parents gather food and nesting materials, and we see them take their first leaps of faith so they can learn to fly. When we see them soar, we learn the power of leaning into the harnessing the wind that carries with us. There is so much wisdom that they carry. And then it says, I am moving through fear. And when my energy is aligned, I fly forward. Yes. And then it's talking about it's time to lean into trust. Okay. So this is going to be more of like a go with the flow kind of situation card. It's going to be that, I also see women too in spirit that are around you. You can totally ask for help. You might be going through that rough time and they're like, hey, you have to trust there's going to be more information coming out soon. You might be, I don't know why, but I keep on going back to like me and my ex, and it was like such tragedy. But then when I look back on it, it's like, I'm really glad that happened because then honestly, we were able to break up because of it and stuff like that. And then I was able to get even a better relationship. Right. So you might find something better. I was, let go of jobs. Has anybody ever been let go of a job and then it ended up being the great thing that ever happened to you? It opened up more things. So the exact same thing. It's almost like you might be hitting bottom. You might be feeling rough. You might feeling like you don't know what to do or where to go or whatever like that. But then just trust, because this is leading you somewhere. And if I had to choose a tarot card, this was going to be the Sun card. Definitely feeling like the Sun card, which is like happy endings, those kinds of things. So it's like almost trusting that your journey is going to lead you to exactly where you want. All you have to do basically is, keep your thoughts on what you do want, and think of also this or something better, because it might not be exactly what you want. It might be something even better and you won't even realize it. So you just have to kind of like trust the process. I hate to say it, but they keep on saying that too. I'm definitely seeing flowers too. I feel like right now is a time for you to surround yourself with things and items that you love. I feel like it's time to make your space happier, prettier, getting rid of some of the shit that reminds you of the past and challenges and stuff like that, and bringing in a lot of the good things. Okay. We need to like clean it out and then start over, whether it's going to be like one closet in our room, what is it, one closet, one room, or something along those lines. We need to do that. We need to make our environment a little bit more happier, so that it would also increase our happiness, like in our mind. I definitely feel like clutter and getting rid of stuff. You're going to be starting a 2.0 version of your life. It is long overdue. Okay. You need to be doing this now. Okay. Like spirits, like, come on. So we had our lazy day, days, and now that moon energy is going to help us set up success. Okay. In the next like 30 days until the next full moon, that is going to be our thing, is that we need to really cleanse and make our environment a lot happier. Okay. And the hummingbird is your grandma. Yes. And I definitely feel, like I said, that female energy. So that really, really makes sense about that. Yes. My 3-year-old's been telling me to trust the process all week. Yes. Oh, A and C resonate. Awesome. The hummingbird is my grandma. Yes, 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 yes. Oh man, I'm so sorry about that. Let's see. Spring renewal. Yes. C is perfect. Yeah, I love it. I love all these cards. Man, I have to get going because I have my class. But I love you guys. I'll see you back here with Coffee and Cards on Sunday. I think that we're having Circle in the Academy on Wednesday. So definitely do that. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And I will talk to you guys next week if I don't see you guys before then.